we're just rolling through the town and we're seeing just children, or do we see any like people, or is it
Townspeople, townsfolk.
townspeople? Okay.
People, look up. No, nothing that you're doing is causing them to, they could be kind of a passing glance and go back to their day.
So I'm driving, so I would park the cart. Actually, back that up. I would drive the cart long enough till I saw a grown-up person that looked like they knew that where stuff was, and I asked them.
Yeah, there's plenty of people walking around.
Okay, so I would stop and find a person, and I would say, "Excuse me, do you know where we can find a Gundren Rockseeker?"
Who?
A Gundren Rockseeker.
I don't know that person.
Thank you. Good day.
Yeah.
So I would.
Ask him if he's seen a dwarf.
Okay, so I would reverse.
Okay.
Hey, Noble's talking to you. Come on back.
Excuse me?
Have you seen a dwarf around here at all, other than the one that is sitting right next to me?
I was just going to say there's one sitting right next to you.
Don't mind him. He's drunk as hell. Don't mind him.
There's dwarfs all over the place. Which dwarf are you looking for?
His name is Gundren Rockseeker.
I don't know that name, but there's plenty of dwarfs in this town.
I appreciate your time. Good day.
Is there a bar they like to hang out?
I'm just gonna let Malleus
like to
talk because
visit.
he's obviously got all the questions.
You looking for a bar?
We don't have a lot of time for your silly games, peasant.
Ooh.
I'm just trying to do my chores. You guys are the ones bothering me.
What about the
Is
name
there a
of
bar we might find a number of dwarves?
There's an inn in the town where a lot of dwarfs hang out and drink. There's
Yes.
also
Point us out,
bar.
but Pleasant.
There's a bar on the far end of town, but I wouldn't go there.
Why not?
There's a band of, like
Miscreants.
jerks that have come into town and caused trouble that always hang out there, and they don't like it when people come around.
Is that the only local drinking establishment in this area?
Well, that and the inn. The inn's where all us normal town folk go.
Okay.
Well, I think they'll appreciate me because I am of noble birth, and I am here to help common folk like you for any assistance that you would need, or anybody. So I don't think we would be ill welcomed. So I think we'll go there.
Yeah, we're just farmers and traders. We don't care if you're noble. We live in log cabins.
I'm sorry for that.
We thank you for the information, though, good sir.
Yep, you're welcome. Have a nice day.
You as well. And so we off to the tavern?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
think the tavern would be the best place to go.
whip the horses, and we head towards the tavern that this asshole just told us about.
The inn or the bar?
Let's check out the inn first.
Alright, let's go to the inn.
Okay. So, as you're going down the main path, the inn is very clearly the biggest building right in the middle of town.
Surely
That's where-
someone there at least knows who we're looking for.
That's where all the horses are tied up outside. People are gathered going in and out. I mean, it's
At the very least, we can find some good drinks.
very, very easy to see that you're in the inn. Now, the inn is a newly built building in the middle of this old town. And as you guys pull up, like I said, you see all sorts of people in and out eyeing you with curiosity.
My first business is to walk up to the bartender and ask him for a pitcher.
I thought we were at the inn, not the bar.
It's an inn, but I said it's also a, like,
We can still
Okay.
drink in the inn.
you have to think like an inn in Skyrim, bro.
Okay, so you can order drinks and...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it a nice establishment?
I mean,
This building is not up to my standards.
It's got drinks.
Is this the JW Marriott?
Be careful not to touch anything. I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Yeah, I'm just walking around like, oh god, oh it's sticky and God, where
did anyone tie up the wagon or the horses outside?
I did before I came in. Yes.
Because I know the
I
dwarf
saw him do
right
it.
in
Yep.
and out for beer.
Miller can verify that I tied him up.
Pitcher's 3 copper.
Ooh.
So we've got what?
How about just a pint?
We got 5 copper each for the goblins. That's still a net gain, so I'll pay it.
All right, here's a pitcher.
Thank you, good sir.
Mm-hmm.
I swiftly start drinking the ale in that pitcher.
The whole pitcher.
Nice.
All right, Gunnar, what are you doing?
I am saying no to the pitcher because that ale smells like cow piss in this horrid establishment. So I'm kind of looking around to see if anybody kind of catches my eye to maybe ask them a question.
There's lots of people in the bar. Or in the inn, excuse me.
Alright, so I'll walk up to the nearest person next to me and ask them if they know who Gundren Rockseeker is.
Nope. Should I know that person?
You should, yes.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Do you know anything about Barthen's Provisions?
Yeah, it's the town shop. It's just down the street.
Thank you, good sir. I think that is where we are needing to go. I don't know why I told you that, but have a good day, sir. Or ma'am,
Okay.
whoever you are. So I turn around to Miller and Malachus. So Miller's just drinking his ass off right now, right?
Yep.
All right.
Of course.
Malachus, what are you doing right now?
I'm looking at everyone in disgust.
Ah, yes, because you hate people. I forgot. So I turn to them and say, I think we need to go to this Barthen's Provisions, and I think that may be where Gundren Rockseeker might be. Do you concur, drunken dwarf?
That sounds good to me. Let me finish this pitcher real quick.
I shall watch you drink that cow piss.
He's a
Yes.
dwarf. Pitcher's gone pretty quick.
Yeah,
Gunner, you just don't know fine ale when you see it.
I do not. It has to be served in a golden goblet with diamonds. Some.
That's no ale.
Alright, so
You guys don't talk to anyone else in the inn? You just leave?
Are there any other dwarves here other than Miller?
Right now, in the inn?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, no. Right now in the inn, there are no dwarves.
Then I don't talk to anyone else.
Okay.
So there's no dwarves in there.
So you guys all leave?
So we all walk out, yes.
Okay. Where are you headed?
To Barthen's Provisions. The shop.
Okay. Well, like the guy in the inn said, it's just down the street. You can see the big provisions sign on the side of the shop there. As you guys walk inside, it's a pretty big place. He's got a lot of goods and supplies. You can see backpacks, bedrolls, ropes, rations. You don't see any armor or weapons for sale. Doesn't seem like any adventuring gear or anything like that. Mostly living gear for the townsfolk, common townsfolk. There is a human male running the shopkeep. Looks about 50 years old. Looks like a nice guy. And there's a couple of young, you would guess, teenagers, moving stuff around in the back.
Okay.
As you walk in, he greets you. Hello. What can I do for you guys?
Hello, good sir. We are looking for Gundren Rockseeker. Do you know him?
He was supposed to bring me a wagon full of supplies.
And has he not shown up yet? We expected him here before we arrived.
I have not seen Gundren Rockseeker yet.
I fear that something might have happened in related to those goblins we saw back there.
You guys, where did you see goblins?
We saw
On the road here.
We saw them on the Tribor Trail, which leads to this town.
Right.
We found horses dead with arrows in them. No bodies were found. But
Gundren was supposed to be traveling with you?
No, he was traveling.
And he was supposed to have already arrived.
Yes.
Yes, I have not seen him, and he's a good friend of mine, so that really concerns me that he was supposed to arrive and hasn't, and you guys ran into trouble on the trail. Do you know what happened with the wagon of supplies that he was supposed to bring?
We saw no wagon, just the horses, or at least what remained of them.
Horses, but there's no wagon.
Negative. We fear the worst due to the amount of arrows lodged in the horse's torso.
Do you know exactly what you were expecting him to bring you?
Yeah, he describes the wagon and the goods. Sounds a lot like the wagon that you guys are carrying that Gundren asked you to bring to this shop.
Okay,
So we're
I thought I misunderstood. In fact, we do have the wagon.
yes.
I'm sorry.
We have
Oh,
the wagon.
you have the wagon.
We have the wagon.
Gundren told me he was bringing the wagon.
He told us that we were to escort the wagon here while he rode ahead of us.
Ah, okay. So you've got the wagon of supplies?
We do have your supplies, sir.
Gotcha. Okay. So yes, I was supposed to pay him 10 gold pieces per cart, per carton on the wagon. And you should have 3 cartons, is that correct?
Yes.
Perfect. So he goes outside, checks out the wagon, says, yep, looks like it's all here. Has the 2 young boys unload everything. Pays you guys 30 gold pieces.
Awesome.
He says, however, Gundren was supposed to be here. And like I said, he's a friend of mine, so if you could figure out what happened to him, I would really appreciate it.
Would there be any money involved if we found Gundren for you?
I'm just a humble shopkeeper. That money was all that I had. I needed these supplies to distribute to the townsfolk. However, Gundren does have 2 other brothers that are camping near the town. They're here prospecting. His brothers' names are Nundro and Tharden. Now, I haven't seen them in a long time. It's been at least a 10-day. They were supposed to be back any day now to resupply, but I haven't seen them or Gundren in days.
Do you know where they were headed,
Do I know where they were heading?
or where they were last seen?
No, they were camping out outside of town because the red brands are making it really hard on everyone in town. They've been kind of driving all the people that aren't willing to just put up with them out of town. So they've been camping out outside of town.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another reason why I don't have any money to pay you. The red brands are coming in, shaking all us merchants down. Every little bit amount of money I make, they're taking. And I don't really have anything I can do about it because our town master must be afraid of them or something. He's not doing anything to get rid of them.
It sounds rough these days in the city.
Yeah.